everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new here, my name is Stav and this is my channel, She Equips Herself, where we talk about concealed carry and self-defense and all sorts of different stuff. And today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about concealed carry insurance, why I have it and what I have and whether or not you might want to have it. I've been carrying a gun now for a few years, and in the beginning, maybe like some of you, I wondered about concealed carry insurance and whether or not it's worth it and whether or not I should get it, and I ended up getting it. And some of you have asked me either on Instagram or in comments here on YouTube whether or not I have concealed carry insurance. So I thought I'd do this video and kind of go over what I use, why I use it, and just some other things to consider that might help you if you're deciding whether or not to get concealed carry insurance. So for anybody who may not have heard of this type of insurance, it's basically insurance that you get in case you ever have to use your gun in self-defense and you need to get a lawyer and pay for all these legal fees, and maybe you don't have that money up front, which a lot of us probably don't. Those legal fees can cost tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars and they really add up, and having that money could be a problem for a lot of people. So if you decide to carry a gun on your body and you decide that you want to take your self-defense seriously, you need to really consider what's going to happen if you ever do need to use your gun. Say someone attacks you and you have to use your gun. You call the police, they respond. What happens next? What if that person's family decides to sue you? What if somebody else decides to sue you? The threshold for suing somebody is so low. So you need to be aware of that so that you can prepare in case it happens to you. Maybe your use of force was totally and 100% justified and okay legally. That doesn't protect you from being sued civilly or having to go to court for something like that. Even those fees are something that you need to think about when you start to carry a gun, especially in today's climate. With all this craziness going on, you guys know what I'm talking about. The riots and crowds of people attacking other people, it's just crazy out there. And the media is insane, so you never know what's gonna come out about your use of force case, even if it was totally justified, and you need to be prepared to cover those costs if something like that happens to you. So when you decide that you want to research concealed carry insurance and maybe buy some, there are a few different companies who carry it. And it can seem a little overwhelming at first if you don't really know what to look for and there's just a lot of information. It's not as confusing as buying like health insurance, which is just insane, but it can be a little overwhelming. So what I did when I was looking for one was I went online and I did a search for like best concealed carry insurance, and I found a website that did a comparison of 5 big concealed carry insurance companies, and there are all these different charts that show you what coverage you get and what the cost is, what the perks are, and they break it down. And basically they found out that USCCA was the best one based on their comparison. But I definitely urge you to do your own research and figure out what you want and what you need from your concealed carry insurance company so that you can make the best choice for yourself. I decided that I wanted to go with USCCA. They have a great reputation, there's lots of member perks, and they have 3 different plans that you can choose based on how much you want to spend and what you want to get in return. I'm also going to include a link down below if you want to sign up for USCCA. There's a little link with She Equips Herself on the end, or She Equips. I'll link it below and you guys can check it out. You can look at their different plans and shop around. So when I signed up for USCCA, I got a little welcome packet in the mail that looks like this. And it opens up and it's got some information in here. It came with my member card. I'm gonna just cover up my information. A little card that you can keep in your wallet. And the most important part of this, I would say, is the back, because it has all this information. It's called post-incident instructions. So if you ever have to use your gun in self-defense, this is what you need to do. You're gonna be so like panicked and stressed out after an event like that that you're not gonna really be able to think straight. So having something like this that you can just look at and follow the directions 1, 2, 3 can be really helpful in a stressful situation. So basically it says call 911, explain I was attacked, feared for my life and had to defend myself. Please send both police and an ambulance. And then there's a number that you can call to access their like 24-hour, 365 days a year what's it called? Critical response team, and they'll be able to help you further, get you a lawyer, or all that stuff. And it also gives you instructions on what to do when the responding officer arrives to the scene. So just having this little card in your wallet can be really helpful if there's ever a situation where you need to use your gun in self-defense. So that came in my little packet here. And with USCCA, another thing I like about them is all their training resources. You can access their magazine, you can access issues from the past as well as future issues and today's issues, and you can see training videos, you can find instructors. And what do you get out of that? Basically, if you're ever in a situation where you need to use your gun, they will cover legal fees, the different membership types, like depending on what you get, it'll cover certain amounts of civil fees and criminal fees. You'll notice that if you look at them, the civil fees, they'll cover a higher amount than the criminal fees because the chances of you having to be in some sort of civil case is higher than having to be in a criminal case, and the dollar amount for that is higher because of that reason. Some of the plans will also cover like wages lost if you're ever involved in something like that, and also bail bonds and stuff like that. So definitely look into the different types of insurance because I think that it could be worth it if you're ever in that situation. But again, it's that balance of low odds of something happening where you'd need to use your gun and the cost you pay monthly or annually to have the insurance. It's like health insurance. You hope that nothing bad happens to you, but if you ever need like major surgery, you're glad you have insurance to cover those costs. Another thing I noticed about USCCA when I was on their website is that you can sign up your spouse for a discounted rate for the same plan that you have. And honestly, I hope I never ever have to use my gun. But if I do, I have this peace of mind now that I know like what to do after, and know that I wouldn't be responsible for paying all those legal fees, because that can be very life-changing. I mean, you're probably going to be spending at least $10,000 and probably more than that. So just having that little card in my wallet gives me a little peace of mind, knowing that I am better equipped to handle something like that. I hope that you guys never have to deal with that, but it's just something that you guys should be thinking about, because if you're watching these videos on how to be a self-defender and carry a gun and all this stuff, you need to be prepared for what would happen if you actually needed to use your gun and you survived, hopefully. But definitely look at all the different companies, do a comparison for yourself and figure out what works best for you. What works best for me might not be what's best for you. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope you stay safe. Bye!